We've declared a war against France, and I think I'm going to go ahead and call in Brittany and the Papal State on this. I'm tempted to promise land to Brittany, but no, I'll just call Brittany in. And also the Pope. And I've already stopped drilling. I want these guys to go to Laborde, I think. These guys to... I'm actually going to split these guys up. Oh, that's something I should probably check on. I didn't check it on it in the previous episode, actually, which I should have done long before the war even started. What did I do? Try that one more time. Split in half. Reorganize. And then infantry. The thing that I should have done before I declared the war is check France's armies. I checked their quality comparison, but total-wise, France has 87,000, force them at 135. We have more than France's current troops just in these provinces. Of course, that doesn't include France's allies, who will probably come in the next day. Yep, there they are. So these guys are heading there. Want them supported, of course, by the other armies. This army will go to Narbonnaise. And then the reinforcement armies will go in the provinces near it. Those are lights. They aren't really doing anything. I don't know where France's navy is yet. Oh, there's some ships. I'm going to go and hold that hold the Strait of Gibraltar for the time being. And, oh, that's something else I should probably do. I want my armies to take that in Africa, just so that we have it occupied, and I'm actually going to switch my Brazilian subject to focus on sieges. And I want him to occupy all of this stuff. I only want the stuff that is in Portuguese, or the stuff that is in the Brazilian colonial region proper, but I will attempt to occupy everything. That is everything they have, right? Okay, and we will let our colonial nation do its job. Can take admin tech right now. We'll probably have to develop at some point during this war. All of our troops are on their way. We also have the troops in Holland, and these ones are going to go straight for Paris, I think. There we go. Paris is, of course, the war goal. I am going to leave this idolatry or reverence. I'm going to leave this army together for now until they siege down Paris. Our efforts to bring salvation to the heathens in Dagbon have borne fruit, but it is strange and unfamiliar fruit. The local population has started to accept Christ, but the faith has been intertwined with their old ways. Angels and spirits of the true Lord and the old Lord of the sky, the Blessed Virgin and the Earth Goddess. Do these people really believe in what they hear, or do they simply call their old idols by different names? The local missionary has come to us for advice concerned about the souls of the Portuguese people and his own. Their faith is pure, and we would be fools to reject it, or this is worse than heresy, it must be rooted out. Increased missionary strength, decreased tolerance of the true faith. Increased tolerance of heretic or heathens. Okay. I can live with that. More missionary strength is what I see in that. Won the Battle of the Bay of Napoli. And there's a French Navy. They don't have any galleys. So let's take our heavy ships up and blockade in Narbonne. And Lorraine's army is over here. We're also dealing with Switzerland. Still, this is possibly going to be an easy war. Possibly. France doesn't have a northern coastline anymore, do they? It's all Great Britain and Normandy. Okay. And I don't see any ships over here, so blockade maybe not necessary. Already 40% here. It looks like Brittany's helping anyway with the blockade. Occupy that. We'll sit on it. Revolt in Bonneman. We've occupied Brussels. 28% already on the occupation of Paris, even though Brittany beat us to it. Come on. Okay, that's done. Win sieges, please. We're already at 64% there. Spain is preparing to attack the Navajo in a war of aggression. Oh! Okay, looks like Lorraine's army is coming after mine. We will not be able to get away in time. Two, three, one. Looks like we're stuck either way with fighting that. Felipe Rebello, and our advisor, giving us missionary strength and stability. This is our theologian? Yes. Cool. Back up to 3 stability, and that's an extra 2.5 missionary strength. We've won one of the sieges. I think moving in and focusing on other forts is probably the way to go. Okay, come on, we need to get out of this battle, I think. Yeah, worry. It's converted. Right now, I want to convert the short ones first, I think. Or no. I don't think it matters. At this point, probably best to go, because we have those bonuses, probably best to go with the longest conversions. And we lost that battle. Okay. And like I said, we're going for the longest conversions right now because we have bonuses. What's Brazil looking like? They're still working on their capital. won the Siege of Narbonne. Looks like the Pope is going to win Avignon. Although, I feel like I should go and assist that. Or get ready to assist it. Why can't I move there? Okay. I can now. So let's get ourselves ready to fight against a French army. And, to hopefully help the Pope with his siege as well. Where are my... Okay. I was wondering where my galleys are, and I have no clue. No earthly idea. I'm going to hide this army in Holland. Core is converted. That was what I was looking for. Oh, 3,000 and 2,000 losses every day. We've won the Siege of Paris. Let's split these guys in half. Reorder them and everything. These guys will go to Chartres. Gained Imperialism, cast a spell against Daviet. Why are we losing this battle so bad? Let's hope that increased naval engagement will help with that fight. Won the Battle of Avignon. Go and take on another fort. That army's going to Savoy. Looks like we are doing some damage to their fleet right now. Marine occupied Cologne, of course they did. And it looks like Burgundy hired out their troops to Switzerland. Burgundy still exists, apparently. Which is amusing. French flagships sunk, good riddance. On the Battle of Perigord. And the reason I'm bringing this navy in is because of the increased engagement, right? That's what I'm doing. Yes. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I put that on my newest flagship, which has been around for quite a long time now. Wait until this tick is over. We've won the Siege of Chartres. And that's why we waited on that tick, so we don't have to go around. Brazil is doing alright. What I want from them is Basically everything starting from there. Okay. Army of Brittany is getting, or is fighting against. Brittany is fighting Burgundy. That's the gist of that. Trading in salt and coal. Faithful in enemy lands. Defenders in the siege of Baron will get average penalties. Many soldiers see our ongoing wars as a conflict of faiths. This has led to some debate around one of our ongoing sieges where the local populace are good Catholics. Normally our troops would supply the siege by taking what we need from the locals, but the pious in our army think we should spare our Catholic brothers and sisters even at the cost of siege dragging out for longer. Which comes first, the Portuguese faith or war? No mercy for enemies of Portugal. Spare the faithful. Because we are good Catholics. Oh wait, we've already got an army going to Armagnac. It's a rather sizable French army. Okay, also looks like we are going to try to reinforce that. Ugh. We won. Okay, those guys are going there. I want the 3.8 to stay where they are. Everything's going well, I'd say. Really? Why did the Pope break his occupation? Okay. Brazil. Yeah, you're smart. Those guys are going north more. France is at low war enthusiasm already. Brittany apparently wants that. And I am inclined to give it to them. Brittany, would you kindly occupy that? Trading in paper. So it looks like they might actually split the army up into something more sensible in Brazil. And we have pretty much all of mainland France occupied. Guess we'll go occupy that for Brittany. It's mountains. The loon has been converted. Everything else is occupied except for Dauphine and Bourbonnais. No idea where this navy is going to try to flee to. Could be all the way up there, because France has some stuff occupied of ours. Brazil. Just get out, please. They're very close to wanting a peace, I think. We are at 910 admin points. Mainland France is fully occupied. Well, I mean, if you could call this mainland France, not so much. That's about to be not occupied either. Should focus on my armies and keeping the French armies at bay, just so that I don't end up losing a fight somewhere that is semi-critical. Alright, French army's moving in to Artois. We don't have to hold out forever. We just have to hold long enough that Brazil wants to get out. And we have enough papal influence to do something. Papal legate already. Tempted to take the manpower. In fact, that is exactly what I'm going to do. We could use a little bit of recovery. I'm going to get my reinforcements away from the front line. Should actually have those go to Orléans. On the 20th of February, they'll arrive. Oh, never mind. They went out. So, give me money? No, they won't give me a lot of it. They will give me some. Can I get war operations? I can. Force religion? Can I just get... No, I can't get force religion without the... I can't get force religion if I don't take war operations. Nor can I do it with war operations, but that's... expected. And we will take that from Brazil. So we have all of colonial Brazil now, except for something French Colombia has. I'm wondering if by taking all of the Brazilian colonial region, will we have... Okay, so France needs to want out of this war. I want them to have low enthusiasm. Are there ongoing battles? I mean, no. I have a diplomat to wait on anyway. France can't make up its mind of what to do. We've lost the siege of Kolding. Danish provinces are almost a nuisance. Alright, let's see what we can get from France. 1, I want that. 2, I want them to concede Brazil. Reparations would probably be something good, considering it is France and they will make a decent amount of money. I'm going to give Brittany all of the French west coast, and maybe some inland provinces as well. And I forgot, France probably has some islands out in the middle of... Right, we're at war with Russia too. Is that France or Russia? That's Russia. Russia, this should be France. Okay, any others? That's the Ottomans. Ottomans hold Rapa Nui? It's crazy and weird. Everything else, I don't see anything red over in the Pacific. I mean, getting them all the way to Paris would be crazy. In fact, Brittany doesn't want Paris, apparently. Okay. Oh, that's occupied by me. Should have just turned it all over to Brittany. Wish there was an option for that. But we will settle on this. So I still have those islands that I'm getting, right? Yes, and they're conceding Brazil. They don't want anything else of their home node, but that should be fine. Does anybody else want out of this war? No. I'm good with that. Okay. A little bit of extra money? Sure. I was hoping that Brittany would want all of France's coast, but they didn't. Just bring these guys back up to The Hague. And one of those armies. This navy needs to go back to Sevilla. This navy needs to go home, where we need to build more heavies. 78. 20. 22, actually. Okay, and where are my galleys? Up there for some reason. Okay, and I need to core stuff. It's all cheap. So let's develop stuff before I do anything else. And mostly focusing on grain and the cheap items, the cheap trade goods. We do get a lot of admin points right now, so that's fine. I need to look at what my favors are like with Spain. We have max trust, max favors. Austria we have, or Spain we have max trust, 24 favors. Austria we have 100 and 100. If I dissolve my alliance with Spain, what happens? They're not going to like it, but I feel like I have to do it. A 300-year-old alliance down the drain, just because they have something that I want. While that truce expires, though, we have Yemen, who is also allied with the Ottomans. And Gal was converted, okay. If I declared war on Yemen, the Ottomans would come into it. But we're breaking truce right now. Truce is up in 63. We'll see how things play out from here. The Ottomans are actually in they have a lot of revolutions and particularists. And no, that's Ottoman peasants. I was hoping it was going to be separatists. Hey, there are Greek separatists. I don't think the Ottomans can reach that. It's interesting stuff. You might see the Ottomans break apart. I don't know how much break there would be. But it would definitely be interesting and possibly something to look forward to. Delhi wants military access? Sure, I don't know who you're fighting, but it's probably one of my enemies, who is now pretty much everybody in the world. How does Spain feel about me? They still love me. We're still historical friends. Our trust is probably down a little bit. Oh no, it's not. They trust me without hesitation. I think we're no longer trading in wine. I just realized something else. We have a bunch of islands with probably a lot of unrest on them. If I can find any of these particular islands. Portuguese particularists. So they have separatism, but no separatism for any one country. Those ones are actually French separatists. They actually made the Society Islands a state. Or, okay, yeah, Eastern Polynesia. Might have to... either increase autonomy or... let's check on that, actually. We don't have that many rebels, actually. Where do we have Protestant zealots? Kochima? Kochimi. Alright, that's 5.4. French separatists in just the Society Islands. And the 5 islands we took from France, the 5 other islands we took from France have Portuguese particularists. Should probably convert that as soon as possible. Because that is the only bit of rebels that we have that are religious based that we can take care of relatively easily. So we are going to be going to war again with the Ottomans, and I still haven't removed all of my troops from France. Haha. Whoops. Let's also remove this guy from that army. We still have military access through Spain. I could make the papal... I could make... I could try to make Spain break their alliance with Austria. Because let's be honest, if I declare war against Spain, Austria would not come in right now, but we are breaking a truce. Oh, wait, because we're in a war with Spain, with Austria, against Spain, or, hold on, because we're in a war with Austria, we could declare a war against Spain, who we are also in that, oh no, we're not in that war. I thought Spain was like in this war as well, but we're not. That is a lot of war exhaustion. Chances are we're going to be taking the -2 Great Relations hit anyway. Military access we can break pretty easily. The truce will have to expire. Rule of marriage I will probably break before I declare the war, just so that I don't get a little bit of extra war exhaustion. But I'm hoping that the Ottomans have some more trouble with rebels. I do need to move my armies out, don't I? So these two will go to Lisbon. What I should probably do is get these guys ready to move in on the Ottomans in Yemen. But we'll get them back home first. Still think that is right. 2 and yeah, that's fine. Alright, so another war with the Ottomans. I was wrong again, we aren't done with them. Yemen 63, 5 years. 5 years until we declare war on Yemen and also the Ottomans. Hopefully the Ottomans will refuse to come in.